stay low.
I'm going to spare you the unboxing and just introduce you to a very special guest called the Rollerblade Twister LE. I have the Rollerblade Twister and I just got the Rollerblade Twister LE. But again, I was incredibly surprised with how this ride felt right away. I pushed my foot in through this generous padding and I had this heel lock that kept my foot in place the whole time. The skate became part of me. I totally forgot that I had a new skate on.
Yeah, I hear myself. I sound like a right proper skate salesman as I put my hand into this generous padding. Sorry. I've been on the Twister for a few months, and for my kind of skating, it possesses no limitations. I'm just feeling the ride. The bed of this boot has a heavily reinforced anti-torsion box between two aluminum plates. The cuff is stiff and supportive with a little flexibility, while the top of the boot is actually quite flexible, and when you get to the sole, the build is extremely stiff and strong, which is why this is an extremely responsive skate with a compliant fit. These LEs are the exact same skate as my Twister XT, so that's why I know so much about them. They're just a different color of the same skate. Of the same amazing skate.
80 millimeters to me is the perfect size wheel for city skating, for assault skating especially, because going upstairs and maneuvering in very tight positions that have not been rehearsed requires a smaller wheelbase for me so I don't get tied up. There's a train going by in the background here. I don't know if you can hear that, so I'm going to slow down. Okay, my voice is getting high. I'm getting too excited. So I initially went rolling with this skate just to get some good shots, to get some close-ups with the phone and to get a few action sequences to throw in between the beautiful shots of the Twister LE. So it was only really once I got to the Sky Dome where I was willing to throw myself around that I felt these skates for what they were, something that just baited me into things that were just a little bit out of reach. And by that I mean the shock that I absorbed when I went over the little things, the things that warmed me up for the bigger things that I was going to try. It felt really nice. It didn't feel like a stark, jarring experience doing the Sky Dome stairs, the ledges, doing a few drops, and just playing around with some jumps. And that's what I needed. I really needed a skate that would get me back into a more concussive way of skating, because I've had the whole flow thing and I've enjoyed the endless frames with the Twister, and I'm going to keep that set up as it is for my flow skating, my city skating. I'm going to keep this with the 80 millimeter for my assault skating, my hardcore stuff, where I'm just a little nervous, I'm rolling some stairs, I'm doing some big drops.
And the 80 millimeter wheel setup is like going back to my roots. It's perfect for shaping things up and reminding myself who I am. It was really important after all the speed work and edge work I've been doing lately to get back to the stuff which is a little bit rougher, a little more daunting to face. The assault skating. This rugged skate with the perfect fit and the 80 millimeter setup gave me the confidence to allow myself to fail. And yes, I agree, padding would have been a great idea here, but yeah, it didn't. It's funny but predictable. Once I start falling, effort begins to replace fear, until I know when it's time to tap out. So as I've told you, the fit for me on these skates is perfect. My heels feel locked in and my foot does not shift at all on the skate. My lacing style has been variable. I've been hasty or diligent, but the buckles are far more important here. The mid buckle is a perfect combo of downward and backward force to drive my heel back and down. Maybe I'm lucky with the shape of my foot, but the skate feels like it surrounds my entire foot snugly, but does not press into any particular point. I do find that my foot speed is improved with a shorter frame. I feel it on the starts and the exits from power stops. It's a huge plus for me that once I've secured the top buckle, it stays secure. I did not have to adjust this skate at all when I was skating. To me, this is very uncommon, hence my former buckle phobia. When I first got my Twister XT, I do remember on my power stops having a little pressure where my boot contacted the outside of my lower leg. I felt that for like a week, but since then I've continued to allow my leg to rely on that cuff during the power stop and felt no discomfort. I forgot all about it. And with these LEs, I felt no discomfort at all. The ride in these Twister LEs is smooth, no rattles or creaks. The stiff responsive boot mixed with a short frame makes carves such a fun game. And for how bulletproof this skate feels, it's actually quite light. I generated great power from this frame, yet my maneuverability is not impeded by not having a rocker. Though I do wonder what a slight rocker on 80s would be like. So, I feel like I'm back to being a hockey player in the city. It's nice.
So yeah, color-wise, fit-wise, performance-wise, I hate to say it, but at this point it's absolutely the perfect skate, and I've been frustrated by Twister these last few months because I've been trying to find a flaw. I'll find it. What's wrong with a Twister?
The only potential flaw in this setup is that if my 80mm wheels wear down too much, I'll risk sliding out because of boot contact with the pavement on power stops or crossovers. But if the wheels get that small, they really should be replaced anyway.
And I absolutely adore this skate. It's in my top all-time 3 skates. I might tell you what those all-time 3 skates are if you ask nicely in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like. It really matters to me to see a whole bunch of likes. When people do a thumbs up to a video, it makes me want to do more videos. And if I don't get enough likes, I actually fall asleep crying. It's just a horrible state lately.
Stay low.